All right, here we go. As promised, man. Uh, woo, here we go, man. This is my review of the Callisto Protocol. But before I start talking through this mic and start talking about this game, my message to the community, especially on Twitter. Listen, I know you guys are upset about the game, especially the performance issues, especially those on PC. I'm all for you for voicing your opinion. I'm not against that whatsoever. I am against, however, attacking developers and, harassing them. I don't like that whatsoever. I don't think any of us should be doing that whatsoever. Granted, there are ways for us to get what we want by voicing our opinions, and the best way to do that is to vote with your wallet. Do not buy what you do not see the value in. And to all those who are acting like apologists and trying to coerce people and to go out there and buying stuff like this, I'm going to need you guys to stop because you guys are holding us back even further. I'm going to need all you guys to stop making excuses, be open for once, and stop acting like superheroes, something that you'll never be. Okay? Now, that we got that out the way, let's go ahead and get right into the Callisto Protocol. As you guys can tell, I'm a little upset about this because this game was high up on my list. Ever since we first saw the game, ever since we've been seeing the death animations over there, especially at the Game Awards, et cetera, this game was high up on the list. I was super excited for it. It looked phenomenal. Well, here we are, people. So the Callisto Protocol, I'm playing this on the PlayStation 5. Obviously, it's on the PS4 and everywhere else. The Callisto Protocol stars, man, okay. The Callisto Protocol starts Jacob Lee. He is a pilot. You're basically shipping stuff around, and basically his ship gets overrun, and he crashes his ship, and he ends up in Black Iron Prison. Black Iron, very similar, by the way, to Dead Space 1, when you guys crash into the Ishimura with Isaac Clarke. But again, more on that later. As you guys arrive in Black Iron Prison, you immediately start noticing that things are wrong, as there are monsters everywhere, and hence the title, and hence the situation, and hence the fact that it's a survival horror. Now, this game is courtesy of Striking Distance, who is, half of Striking Distance is Visceral Games, and a good chunk of them are new individuals or new developers. And this is overseen by Glenn Schofield. Glenn Schofield is a legend in the industry. He gave us one of the best franchises of all time with Dead Space. Dead Space 1 and 2, I always put up there in the highest of caliber when it comes to games. Dead Space 3, I don't really claim, but still, same, just throwing it out there. Anyway. That's pretty much the synapse of this game. Your story, the story of this game is to escape the ship and escape the escape the prison, get out of there, escape, and just survive. That's basically what the story is. But you start noticing a lot of stuff along the way, which you can kind of already tell what's going on a mile away just from the first audio logs, a couple audio logs in the game. You could tell right off the bat before you even get to the big conclusion. Okay. So that's pretty much it for the story. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. I am going to talk about one thing in regard to that, but it's in the negatives. Okay. So let's start with the positives. In the positives category for this game, if I was to rate a game off of visuals by itself, this is a 10 out of 10. The game looks absolutely phenomenal. The blood physics, oh my God, I wish all games had this. The blood physics are great. The way they did the animations, all the death animations are very clever, very brutal, and sick. I love every part about that for the game, okay? Phenomenal. The mocap in this game is really, really great. It just shows that Visceral Games, aka Striking Distance, is still, needed in this industry. My issue, though, of course, is the state of this game, but we'll get into that in a second. But Visceral Games, aka Striking Distance, are definitely in a class of their own when it comes to pushing brutality and just gore and everything. I don't think anybody's touching them right now when it comes to gore. In fact, many other studios that probably would do stuff like this, I hope will now do stuff like this because these guys set the bar pretty damn high with the Callisto Protocol. Okay? So that's pretty much it on the positives. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's not it. Sound. Sound is really, really amazing in this game, too. Love the sound design in this. Everything sounds great. The creature designs are great overall. Very, very nice with the creature designs. The aesthetic of the world, you creating weapons, stuff like that is cool too. There's a lot of cool mechanics, such as you using like one weapon to create multiple. So I kind of do like that, but there's a drawback behind that, which I'll get into in a second. And that's pretty much it in terms of everything else. I wish I had more to say, but I just don't. I mean, everybody nails the performances. The voice acting is really, really good. Lip sync is on point. Again, all this stuff is top tier. This is high up. This is really, really good. Where Callisto Protocol fails is the performance. Callisto Protocol also fails in the overall mechanics. Now, let's get into this. So Dead Space, back when Glenn Schofield first came on the scene with the Dead Space series, if you guys remember, Dead Space had this kind of, rooted like boots on the ground. Well, it had like this heavy approach to the gameplay, right? Like you're like extra heavy in general with your character. They brought that back with this game. However, you are 5 times more heavy than you are in Dead Space. In fact, you're so heavy that I was sitting there going, okay, so they're giving us the telekinesis ability, which is from Dead Space, the Dead Space franchise, but they're not giving us the ability to freeze enemies and shoot them. And I was sitting there asking myself, why is that not an option where we can freeze them so we can keep going? And then you start noticing some stuff, such as padding. This game has a lot of padding in this game to make it, longer than it actually is. The story in this game, you can pretty much do in like 12 hours. If you go through this, especially if you play it on the easy difficulty. This game's like 12 hours max in total with this game. But granted, there's going to be a lot of backtracking in this game. And on top of that, they don't have a locator system, which was very, like iconic to the Dead Space franchise, where you press on the, you click R3 and Isaac will put his hand down and a little line will show you where you need to go. There's nothing like that in the Callisto Protocol. There's not even a map in the Callisto Protocol because they had no desire for you to find or to look around. There's nothing else to this game. This game is pretty straightforward in how they did it. It's pretty, in many ways, it's very barren when it comes to content. I'm just keeping it a buck. It's not a lot going on here at all. You can find schematics very similar to Dead Space in the game, and you bring them to the Forge, which is the store in this game, and you can basically craft whatever you want. And like I said before, it's a positive when it comes to the weapons in a sense, right? But here's the negatives of the weapons. The weapons itself, okay. So when you're in the middle of combat, and let's say you run out of bullets for your shotgun, or in this case, your pistol, right? But you have the other equivalent of the pistol, which is the shotgun pistol. When you go to click to change to that pistol, you have to wait for an entire animation because your character, in this case, Jacob, he takes the gun apart and then puts the other part of the gun on there, and then then you can aim and shoot the weapon. But keep in mind as well, he doesn't reload the weapon, so you have to reload the weapon every single time. There's no auto reload like there is in Dead Space, where you're in those tight situations and things are just coming at you nonstop. No, there's nothing of that nature whatsoever. You do have telekinesis where you can throw them around or whatever, right? But it's not as helpful as you might think because of the camera. The camera in this game, there's a reason why I didn't throw the melee in here as a positive, because the melee in here is one of my biggest criticisms towards this game, aside from the performance. So the way they did the camera and the way they did the actual melee in this game in general is the fact that it focuses really on one enemy. Now, why do I say that? Because in this game, their new mechanic is the ability to dodge left and right, or to hold back to block. Something that you couldn't do in Dead Space. In Dead Space, again, you were a tank. You took damage, but you could still take them out because you were very fast. You were able to move around them or use or freeze them. In this game, you cannot do that. In this particular case, you have to dodge left, right, and hold back to block. Now, the dodging in this game, how do you do this? You might be wondering, right? Is it a button press? No, it's not a button press. You either hold left or you hold right on the analog stick, and your character will do this. You can click it to do what's called a perfect dodge. For those you want to know how to do that, I found out at the last second. You have to literally click it, but you have to do it at the last second. It's very similar to God of War's little ability in Ragnarok. You can do that. But anyway, back on this. So you do this to dodge back and forth, the hold back to block and whatnot. Now, this is cool when you're going against one enemy, right? But when you have more than one enemy attacking you at the same time, it is broken because the game and the camera is focusing on one enemy as opposed to all of them. So therefore, if you're blocking in this case, or you're moving, to the right, to the left, let's say you're moving to the right, one enemy's hitting you from the left, you're still getting hit, and you're ended up going to get killed anyway because you can't block every single person's hit. Another thing that's weird about this too is when you get more than 3 or more than 2 enemies coming at you. And mind you, to the people that claim this won't happen to them, it's going to happen. It happens multiple times in this game where more than 3 enemies are attacking you and you can't dodge and get out the way. This mechanic, it sounds cool on paper, but when you have a system like this that is very slow, mind you, and tethered to the ground, it does not work whatsoever, and it's pointless. It gets you killed more than anything of the nature. I've taken more deaths in this game through stupid melee combat than I have through actual gunfights. And speaking of gunfights, the creatures in this damn game are fucking cheap. Completely cheap. Bullet sponges for no reason. They got these tentacles that come out to mutate them. You can literally shoot them in the damn tentacles, and guess what? They'll still kill you. They'll still come at you and go through it, and your bullets won't even register. This has happened multiple times with the damn shotgun. Of all weapons, it makes no sense. Gone are the days of the line gun, I guess, right? Remember the line gun where you can shoot the little mine and blow it up? Yeah, no, none of that's in this game. Granted, weapons do have alternate fire, but by the time you get to the end of the game, you won't have enough credits to unlock these guns or upgrade all these weapons. Or you might have let me rephrase that. You might have all the credits needed to upgrade these weapons if you can get past the stupid, wait for it, checkpoint system. You see, this game, if you die, it will legit reset you all the way back to a previous checkpoint that you least expected, where you have to then go back and get all the stuff that you lost before, and then go right back into it again. It is so stupid. It is annoying. It is not even fun whatsoever at all. You can do hard saves, right? If you do a hard save and then go back and reload it, you'll still start back at that same checkpoint. So it's not like you can get close to a boss. Let's say you're at the final boss, right? You're at the door. Let's say I just hit pause and I've saved at the final boss, right? No, the game will load me at another point before that door. This game has so many bugs. And speaking of bugs, the animations, yes, they look amazing and whatnot, right? But they're broken. The stupid, of all things to throw into a Dead Space-like game, why the hell would you throw stealth mechanics into this game when you don't, and not even design the maps for stealth? Does that make any sense to me whatsoever? Why would you, again, let me repeat that. Why would you throw stealth mechanics into a game but not purposely design the maps around stealth? If the objective is to take them out one by one, shouldn't you design the maps for one-on-one takedown type of, situations like that to preserve ammo and give you a better, opportunity to take out the foe? Especially the two-headed damn, monster, which, by the way, is recycled like 3 times in this game. What are we doing here? There was no creativity that went into that whatsoever. None. That was just a ridiculous mechanic that was not needed in any shape or form at all. And the fact that you still move sluggish, even without the suit, is even more stupid in my honest opinion. I absolutely hated that about this game. That was my biggest form of frustration. Okay. Another thing that's stupid about this game is the audio logs. So typically in Dead Space, when you pick up an audio log, the audio log will automatically play. You can hear it in Isaac's head because you guys remember this. You play Dead Space. It plays in his head as you guys can go around, shooting and whatnot. So it won't become that much of a distraction or get in the way. Or it would be like one of those projector type of things and you see the screen. In this game, after you pick up the actual item, you have to go press up on the D-pad, go through your inventory, and find that audio log to play it. But also, you got to memorize the name to know which one it was. Again, who thought this was a good idea? Who thought this sounded good on paper? This is dumb. This is what you call padding. Another thing that's stupid is the healing animation. To heal in this game, you have to press down on the D-pad. Jacob will go down to one knee, he'll inject himself in the neck and heal. and it takes like 30, it feels like it takes like 30 seconds before you're done healing. Whereas in Dead Space, you know, you could do this in Dead Space where you press the menu, the quick menu, and then hit X or whatever to hit it and use it. But guess what? It's instant. You know what I mean? It instantly happens, and you're good, and you're ready to go, and you're ready to fight. In this game, there is no such thing. It literally takes 30 seconds. So let's throw that in here with boss battles. How do you think you're going to do when you have to heal, right? You're one shot, and you can barely get around your enemy, and you have to heal. You have to take this 30-second pause before you can heal and get ready for the fight. This is, again, one of the dumbest decisions yet. I don't understand it at all. Oh, man. This right here hurts, man. I had my expectations super high for this game. I was super hyped for it. I'm heartbroken at this point that I'm saying this, because this was supposed to be the game that was supposed to get us hyped and excited for Dead Space. And I feel bad, man. It's like, Glenn, bro, I understand that you wanted to make this game make its release, right? I'm pretty damn sure that was a company decision that they wanted to make the release. But come on, bro. This is your second chance at redemption here. Visceral Games was unjustly removed by EA. We never saw that studio again. And when we saw you guys make this, we were all on board. We all were. And to see this game come out in this, in this state is really heartbreaking. It's very depressing at this point in time, because what does this tell me about Dead Space? Imagine if EA, Glenn, if you're watching this, if anybody from Striking This is watching this, I want y'all to think about this. For example, here, your big competitor is EA because they have the original IP. That comes out next month. How bad is it going to look on you when that game launches and it actually does work and it actually plays better than this? Mind you, you are the creators of this game, of that game, and they're putting out a better product than you, and this is your new project. Come on. This is your spiritual successor. This is supposed to be the next tier. Terrible, man. Terrible. And don't get me started with the ending. The ending of this game is probably the most abrupt, clickbaity, sequel bait ending I've ever seen in a game. It's so abrupt. It's so stupid how they did it. And the real reason they did that, for those of you that don't remember, let me go ahead and remind you, because in the summer of 2023, we have story content that's going to drop. But mind you, it's not for free. You have to pay $30 to get that. Now, mind you, again, I keep saying mind you, because you guys remember when this game was on the store for pre-buy, or pre-order. Sorry, I was about to say pre-buy. For pre-order, we had only two options to get this game. We had the option of buying the digital deluxe, right? And we had the option of just buying the standard version. If you bought the digital deluxe, we all thought that was going to give you the season pass, only for them to pull a gotcha and throw the season pass during the release of the game. Because I don't remember seeing no season pass on the store, unless you guys can correct me. I didn't see no season pass on the PlayStation Store when I first pre-ordered this game. So again, what are we doing here? And in terms of content, for those of you wondering, does this game have the potential to survive? Well, let's look at the content. In February, mind you, this game you can beat in like 7 to 12 hours, right? So listen to this. On February 7th, you're going to get free, but obviously this is going to be free for all on February 7th. You're going to get New Game Plus and Hardcore mode. That's the only thing you're going to get free. The game is already, short as it is. So a Hardcore mode is not going to do anything for us at all. The season pass includes the Outer Way skin collection, the Contagion bundle, and the Riot bundle. And obviously the story content in the summer. I'm sorry, but this game is not going to survive past its initial launch, or whatever the hell, the initial window, whatever you want to call it. And it hurts, man. It hurts. I had my hopes high for this one, man. I've been wanting this game so bad to just come out. I was so excited for it. And now I have to rely on EA. Like, come on, Glenn. I have to rely on the very company that sent you away from us and Visceral Games. Do you know how embarrassing that is right now? Do you? Do you have any idea how embarrassing this game looks to all of us right now? The game that and mind you, for the people that might be saying, oh, take it easy on them. I can't take it easy on them. Tell you why I can't take it easy on them? Because of Gotham Knights. Y'all remember when Gotham Knights came out? Who was the first developer to come out here and throw shade? Oh, don't worry, guys. Our game has a 60 frames per second mode. Our game is ready. It's optimized. It's ready to go. And yet here we are right now as I make this video, and the game is not even a fraction of that. But hey, at least you got your performance mode. If I don't give this game this review, it means I don't have the balls to give this game this review, and I'm going to go right ahead and do it. Yes, this game does score higher than Gotham Knights because there was more to this. I was more interested in this than Gotham Knights. I thought Gotham Knights was a letdown compared to this. A huge letdown. This right here, in my honest opinion, is a 6 out of 10. It's got potential. Unfortunately, it was plagued by issues left and right. The stuttering was annoying. The broken mechanics, the broken animations completely took me out the experience altogether. The stupid, unnecessary stealth mechanic did nothing. There was, oh yeah, and by the way, the unnecessary jump scares, which also did nothing for me. This is Visceral Games, guys. Imagine me saying this is Visceral Games in spirit, right? This is Visceral Games. Imagine me saying this, and I'm not scared out of a single one of these damn jump scares. There's like 100 jump scares in this game, right? Half of which come from you opening up a damn box and these little leech things drop on you, and that's it. But most of these jump scares do not hit. In fact, none of them hit. I didn't get scared not once throughout this entire playthrough. When I first played Dead Space, oh, I was scared. I felt that. I don't feel nothing in this game. And it's a damn shame because I was expecting so much more out of the studio. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point. That is the review. That is my take on the game. If you guys want to buy it, go right ahead and buy it. Have fun. Enjoy it. I give it a 6 out of 10. I do not recommend it in its current price, nor do I recommend it at in its current state at all. This game needs a lot of elbow grease and a lot of patches to fix. And as far as the other things that's broken, such as the cross save, or the save transfer, yes, that's also broken in this game. So if you guys thinking, oh, I'm going to beat this game on a PS4 and I'm going to save transfer my stuff over and do the platinum, no, sir. None of your trophies will pop. None. So have fun playing it all over again after paying $80. Have fun. That's my review. Thanks for watching. You have a good one. See you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace. What? You don't like what? What? I mean, what? This is the best feature of the game. Just... That's the best feature of the game right there. Well, there's that. There's that. Oh God, somebody help me. Oh God, $70, $80. I'm so happy. Thanks, Glenn. I'm so happy.